Good morning, everybody. It's Kylie here from Hello Crafter, and I am back for the 5th day of my Craftmas. Still can't say it. My Christmas Craftmas, my live video. So I'm doing a Facebook Live series where I come on live every day for 12 days to do some mostly Christmas crafting. I may vary it up a little bit next week, but this week has been mostly Christmas crafting, and I'm showing you cards and packaging ideas and decorations, and there may be other things as well. So I'm keeping it quite varied, just so that I can make it interesting and hopefully maybe even show you some things that you haven't seen before. So I hope you have been enjoying watching along every morning, 10 a.m. It's been really, really good fun so far. And tomorrow is a Saturday. I'll be on live at 10 a.m. at the usual time tomorrow as well, and Sunday. But tomorrow, because it's the halfway point, I am going to do some extra prize draws. So please tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. if you can. And I will be giving some prizes away, so that'll be fun too. Thank you so much for those who commented on yesterday's video, and I know you struggled with the decoration. So it's this one here. It's my Merry Christmas. It was quite, I don't think the resolution was very good on yesterday's video, so it was quite hard to see. So I posted an extra picture. So well done for those who got it right and commented. I'll do a little draw at the end of the video for that. Let's get crafting, shall we? Because I haven't got much to tell you, but we can kind of chat as we go along. The project is a really cute one. I try to make these most years. Let's get this up. There it is. Right. Whoops, I'm sticking. It's this little box, and it would be called a milk carton style box. I love to make these. Stampin' Up used to have a milk carton box die. It was one of the Sizzix Bigs dies, you know, the big chunky black ones. I think I've still got it in my other room. I need to dig it out because I will never get rid of it. But they're so easy to make without the die anyway. And the die makes quite small ones. I think they're much smaller than this. And they're really cute. But with this template, you will be able to make any size really, as long as you've got cardstock big enough. So if you're not already signed up to my email list, that is where I'm sending the link to the PDF instructions, so the measurements and the templates and everything. That's like an exclusive little treat for my email subscribers. So feel free to get yourself on there. The link is below the video to sign up for. It should work. So if you click on the link, the email link, put your details in, and then you'll automatically get added, and I will automatically send you those. But if you have any problems, just let me know or send me your email address and I'll add it for you. Right, so what you need is some pecan pie. This is the absolute perfect colour of cardstock for making these cute gingerbread houses. You could I just had an idea for something just before I came on live, which if I've got time, I'll show you at the end. But if you want to make these, if you want to make any kind of gingerbready style anything, I recommend a pack of pecan pie cardstock. They come in packs of 24 sheets of A4. They're really nice, good quality cardstock. It's coloured all the way through, so it hasn't got that white core in the middle that some cardstocks have. So when you cut it, it's just all, you can't see white. I don't know if you've ever noticed that with cheaper cardstock. I've got my trimmer to cut and I've got my scoreboard to score. I thought it was easier on my scoreboard today, but if you've got a scoring blade on your trimmer, then you can use that. So you want to start with a piece that's, the A4 piece is already 8. I'm working in inches today, by the way, just because it's easier. 8 1/4 is the measurement of an A4 width anyway, so that's perfect. And then just bring your arm of your trimmer out, because you're just going to cut this down to 6 1/2. So the way I've designed it, you can't quite get 2 out of 1 sheet of A4, but I could tweak the measurement so that I could get, if I was wanting to be particularly frugal, I would tweak the measurements and get, you know, it would be like a little stumpier, but I could get 2 out of 1 sheet. But this one, I like the dimensions of this one. So it's 8 1/4 by 6 1/2. So with the 8 1/4 longer side along the top, I'm going to score it. And by the way, this is the template that we're aiming for here. So there is some diagonal score lines as well, and a few cut lines, but I'll explain that as I go. With the long, sorry, I've got my, so when you buy one of these scoreboards, which are brilliant by the way, you can purchase, if you want to, the additional metric plate. So I use this nearly every day for making my card bases, because I put the metric plate on and I score my A4 sheet. I'll just show you what I do. Let's just grab a piece of cardstock randomly, and I score it at 10 1/2 all the way down, and then I will cut it in half, and then I've got 2 card bases. So for my prep for my card classes and that kind of thing, it's perfect. You've also got other useful measurements on here, like 7.4, which is good for doing your slimline cards. 5.25 is perfect for doing your gatefold cards. So yeah, the metric plate's really useful. But we're going with the imperial measurements today. And so with the long 8.4, sorry, 8 1/4 length, long ways on the along the top, we're going to score at 2, 4, 6 and 8, and then we're going to rotate, and then we're going to score at 2, 4 1/2 and 6. And again, all these measurements will be in the PDF that I'll be emailing out later. I don't think the email yesterday went out, and I'm really sorry about that. I just noticed it this morning, but it was too late for me to do anything about it. I scheduled it, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just pressed send. And so I don't think it's come, but I'll send them both. I'll send them both together later after this. Today's one will go out the usual-ish time, like tea time. But I'll send yesterday's one this morning. So yeah, sorry about that if you were looking out for it. Now, oh yes, for the diagonal scores, first of all, we need to, I'll show you on this first one and this third section, we're just going to do a score halfway and then down to that first score line. So at 1 inch down to the first score line, and at 5 inches down to the first score line. So we've got these two two little kind of part scores, and then we're going to go from that end of that, the bottom of that score line, down to that corner, and then from the end down to that corner, and the same again on this section to create these triangles. And actually the easiest way to do that is just with a ruler. I like to use something soft like the foam mat. If you've got like a foam sheet, or even like just a magazine would do it. It's just something a little bit padded. So I put my stylus from my scoreboard just at that point where I want it, and my ruler, line that up and just gently go down, same that end. And that's all your scoring done. And then for the cutting, well, let's fold first. I always find it easier to fold first. So you're going to fold it inwards on all the vertical score lines, and then fold inwards on the horizontal score lines apart from that top one. That top one actually gets folded back the other way. And then kind of get your finger in and just fold upwards on these diagonals. This will just make the box come together a little bit easier if you've done that. So you've just marked those. So you see these, the full ones are going that way, and then this little half one is going the other way. So it looks a bit like that. So now we can cut. So we're going to cut, if you imagine that's the top of the box, this is the bottom, and we're going to cut upwards on all of these three. And then we're going to chop this little corner off completely. This little skinny rectangle is going to get chopped off, and I just shape that side just a little bit, and I shape the top just a little bit. Just cut a little triangle off just to make it come together more neatly. And also, so on the opposite ones to the triangle bits, I'm just going to cut a little triangular wedge out. And again, that just helps the base of the box come together more neatly. So you can see just it's like a tiny little wedge. It's sort of on the second and the fourth flap. Yeah. Okay, now the decorating, because it's easier to decorate it once it's flat like this than when it's assembled, which is what I try to do, which is why mine's a bit wibbly wobbly. But actually I quite like it wibbly wobbly. This is a particular craft where you don't really have to be super precise or neat, I promise. I know that is kind of difficult for some people who like precision and like it, you know, like as close to perfection as possible, but this one you don't need to be. So imagine you're icing a biscuit or something. I'm using a gel pen, a white gel pen. I just got these, I think it's Jelly Roll is the brand, I think it says Jelly Roll on it. I did buy a pack of 3 a while ago, and I've not really used them because I thought, oh, they'll come in useful for something. They're different thicknesses of line, so I've picked the biggest one, which is 10. Don't know what 10 means, but the the thinner line is the 5. There's a 5 and an 8 and a 10 in there. But anyway, I've just got a thicker one. I think like Posca pens, if you've got a thin lined Posca pen, that would work. But they're quite good. Yeah. And we're just going to create some pattern and pretend like we're writing with icing. I'm just going to get a little thing under the roof, and we'll do. I did have like Google gingerbread houses just to kind of get some inspiration for the decoration side of it. So you can do that. You can print out something to copy, but really it doesn't matter too much. So the sides with the diagonal folds, that will be the front and the back, and the ones with the plain will be the sides of the box. So whether that influences what design you put on, I quite liked my door to go on the front. So I suppose you could print out something and then trace around it just to get a more even effect if you wanted to. But yeah, just go a bit freehand. It's quite fun just to sort of play with it a little bit. So let's do just some little windows. This might be a really nice one for your kids, if you've got kids or grandkids, to have a go at. You can add colour, or you could stamp on here as well. So I'll show you how I added a bit of colour with blends. So I could kind of add a lot more detail to this, but I'm just going to keep it fairly simple for now. I quite like the dots as well. They just add a bit of extra detail. I think that's enough for now. Let's just put some on here. Hello Ali, Karen and Pia. Thank you for watching. I've just spotted your comments popping up. Right. I'll grab my pens. What colour do I want? I've grabbed my real red, my dark real red blend. This is my alcohol marker. And then what you can do is just colour in some bits. I think the red and the white looks really good. Let's have a red door. but yeah, you can kind of do a lot more. Let's just add a little bit more detail here. Yeah, right, that's all I'm doing for now. Then we have to glue it together, so you can use glue or you can use tape. But if you fold it in half and then you're exposing this little 1/4 inch tab end, and put a bit of glue or tape along there, and then take the other side and fold it flat onto the glue. Give it a good press down. And then you can fold in the two sides that you wedged, and then fold in the side that's the back, and then the last one to fold in is the one that's the front, if that makes sense. And then I just glue that last one. Make sure it's square, and then what you can do is flip it that way and use your scissors or your bone folder. Just press that down so that it's gripped it. Okay, so now this is the clever bit, because if you've done your folding right, you should just be able to push the sides in so that the diagonal folds are going inwards, and squeeze the top to get this really nice, neat closure. So you could put some tear and tape along each side and close it down, and then someone would have to kind of like open it out, or you can put a little clip on, or what I like to do is get my single hole punch. This is a crocodile, so it's an eyelet setting tool, but it's got these little hole punches as well on the sides, you can see, and it just about lets me get in it did on my sample. It's a little bit awkward now for some reason. There we go. So I can punch 2 little holes on either side, one on either side, and then I've got some baker's twine. I'm going to double it up because I want it a little bit thicker. In fact, let's triple it up. Let's get 3 strands. Except now I've got to try and get all of these 3 in the hole. This could be interesting. Let's see what happens. Let's use my pokey tool. Try and get them in. Yeah, manage one side. Let's see if I can get the other one in. Yeah. So I'm going to leave that for now because I want to make myself a little tag. I've used a die set called the Greetings of the Season, which is basically a set with loads of different shape tags in, which is brilliant. All shapes, all sizes of tag. And the smallest one in there is, I just think, really cute. It's a little oval shaped tag. So just out of white cardstock, or you could use the pecan pie cardstock and heat embossing white onto it, which would look amazing. But for just this morning, I'll be honest, I can't be bothered. Just to get all my heat embossing stuff out. And just a little sentiment. I found this one that I thought was cute. Oh so jolly. That's in my Reindeer Memories stamp set, which I think it's retiring. It's online. It's an online product, and it goes with the Reindeer Memories scrapbooking workshop kit. That's why it's got all these, like, the memories and the little tag and everything. Little thing for your dates on this day. So you could do your scrapbook page with that. Got my real red ink. And just with that blend as well, just to add a little bit of detail, I'm just going to do some little dots around the tag. And I'll try and thread that through. And I tell you what would be really cute, if you had these little tags with everybody's names on, and put each person a place setting at the table, dinner table. Everyone has their names on one of these. Obviously, before you tie it up, you have to fill it with something, chocolates or jewellery or some other little gift. I don't know, like little makeup or toiletries or wax melts or something. Gingerbread wax melts would go really nice. Maybe some of the little tiny votive candles, like tea lights, would be nice in here. So there we go. Oh, forgot to add my peppermints. These work perfectly on here. So I think I put three on each side, and then one for the door handle as well. Little one, tiny one for the door handle. There we go. Yeah, I love them. And actually, if you kind of get your cardstock cut, scored, prepped, you can have them flat packed, and then when you come to assemble them, so they make really good things for craft fairs if you have a little craft table. But if you store them unassembled until you want to put them together, then that's just the next stage. And they're really easy to do, like mass produced. This is your free gift with an order today. You can choose this red and white baker's twine, which is gorgeous, and obviously works really well for things like this. But if you can have a choice of all the different free gifts that I've offered with any orders over the 12 days. I'm back. So I don't know, does this class as a Christmas jumper? When I put it on, I thought, oh, it's winter. It's definitely winter. It's maybe a a snow day jumper. It kind of looks a bit like snowflakes, doesn't it? So yeah, I think it classes as a Christmas jumper. But I really love the colour of this one. Matches my mug as well. So Karen, is that your favourite project so far, or your favourite Christmas jumper so far? I do hope you give that project a go. All of the PDFs are, if you've missed some, what I'm going to do is a roundup. So tomorrow's email will have a roundup of all of the projects so that you can see the past ones as well, because I know there's people joining my mailing list each day. So I don't want them to miss out on the previous days. So there'll be a roundup tomorrow and there'll be a roundup at the end. So yeah, I have a busy day today of just prepping, tidying, ready for the weekend, and playing with some new goodies. Oh, that was what I was going to do. I was going to show you a little sneak peek of what we made in my coffee and card event yesterday. So every month I do a little session, just an hour. People come, just make 2 cards and have a cup of tea, and it's just really nice and relaxed and chilled out. And I designed a couple of cards with a new stamp set, which is going to be free with a purchase, starting from the 6th of January in our celebration offering. Aren't they the cutest? Little seagulls, little cheeky seagulls. It's such a fun stamp set. That's what we made, but that's obviously, you can't get that until January unless you're a demonstrator. So unless you join Stampin' Up, and then you can order it before January. But also, if you look out this weekend, I'm going to be advertising my January catalogue launch. So the next one to come, which is going to be the spring catalogue, which, you know, obviously I don't have to hand. I've got my packs here. Oh, here's one. No, that's the old one. So I've got my catalogues here. They're getting sent out today as well. Some of them, my next batch, are being posted. So Karen, you've got your name on one of these. So I'll be posting those today. So I'm going to do my usual little cream tea and catalogue party, introducing all the new lovely stuff inside here. So that'll be in January, but I'm going to post the date, and the bookings will open this weekend. So look out for that, because I cannot wait to show you this. It's a beautiful catalogue. You can already see from the cover. So yeah, that's exciting. Right, I'll let you get on with your day. Have an amazing Friday. Hope you're up to some lovely things over the weekend. And if you're watching the replay, so if you're watching back later, do leave a comment, because prize draws tomorrow. And I will see you back here tomorrow. But have a great day. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.